Okay. This is a funny subject to me. Very funny. I just have to laugh. Um, in the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm your host, gatekeeper of this program, known here on YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, Daily Motion, wherever you may find me. Even MySpace. What happened to MySpace? People don't use MySpace no more, do they? Wherever you may find me, I am known as the Mighty One, Angel Snub Nub 7. I'm also your soul brother, number one. This is a funny subject to me. It's a rant video, but it's more, it's just funny. I don't know how else really to describe it. It's just funny. Well, how we want to start this talk off. I hope that your morning has begun in a peaceful manner. So far for me, nice weather. Seems like it's going to be a very beautiful day for what it's worth. But for me, as long as we live with racists, as long as we live being denied true freedom, justice, and equality, I don't care how the weather or what the weather is, I'm doing bad. There's nothing good. I don't care how sunny. I don't care how. Hey, what's up there, Scott? I don't care how beautiful the sky is and how pretty the peaches are on the tree. As long as we live with racists, you and I both know at any time a beautiful scene can end in tragedy. In tragedy. So um, enjoy it while it lasts, because believe me, things like this, it don't last long. I'm very sure those people and the body count continues to rise in Sri Lanka. Over 200, close to 300, if not more than 300 persons. Hey, what's up there, Christopher? Um, these persons did not live to see today. And I made a video speaking about disbelief in God, and this God was unable to protect them. And people want to get angry at me. You need to question your belief system. If you hire a plumber and you still have water all over your floor, your basement is steady being flooded, are you going to complain about your neighbors who are telling you, look at all this water all over the place? Thought you hired a plumber. The only thing I'm telling you is, it seems as though your God can't do nothing for you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not the one. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm not the one that you need to be complaining about. You need to be complaining about the one who can't fix the plumbing, or your God who say, if you worship me, I got all this power. That's the one you need to question. Don't question the one that's just making an observation. What's up there? What's up there? I will, Keaton. Don't get angry at me. On that note, before we start having technical difficulties, let me give my commentary on this particular topic. I also want to say that I'm glad that everybody, it seems as though you enjoy, whether you agree or disagree with our sister deity, you seem to enjoy her as a special guest. And I hope to have her back more and more and help her establish her own, her own channel over there, because she likes to make videos. She's very opinionated, and I want to make a disclaimer. The views expressed by Sister Deity is not necessarily the opinions of this ministry, of which last night I was just too tired. There's a lot of things that she was saying that, now many of you know I just can't get with. I can't, I can't, a lot of things that sister said. But see, she's influenced by religion. She's influenced by these Kemetic teachings and all this other black conscious stuff. Yeah, it looked like it's gonna rain. Yeah, but we can't get with that here. Suffice to say, on that note again, we're gonna deal with this topic real quick before we start having technical difficulties. I can admit, I confess, I confess, there's no doubt, this ministry is a creation, or it exists because of YouTube. If it was not for YouTube, if it was not for Facebook and social media, what I call the reality's temple on earth would not exist. That's the bottom line. In fact, my mentality, my mindset really didn't come through until the age of the internet, social media. So what I present did not even come into existence until the age of this type of technology. However, what I can say, what makes me different, yeah, it's starting to lightning out there too. I saw a lightning strike. What makes me different from so many of these other persons is that I truly attempt to be original. I truly attempt to use my own brain. I truly attempt to use logic and reasoning and common sense. And you don't hear those things from these other people, because much of their opinion is based on, influenced by a racist society. It's influenced by religion and spirituality and fantasy and fiction and things of that nature. So you will never hear them. You won't hear those words, logic, reason, common sense, being analytical, because their thoughts and opinions is not rooted or founded or based upon nothing like that. However, at the same time, they are very contradictory, because they say we stand for the truth, but if you stand for the truth, then you know. You don't have to believe. Truth stands alone. You don't need to believe if you have the truth. When you believe, could be true, might not be true. So don't say that you have truth when you talk about I believe this and I believe that. Don't tell me you have facts, because facts, you don't need belief. You have the facts. And really, truth stands alone. You don't have to defend truth. You don't have to defend facts. They stand alone. But when you believe, y'all can argue and debate all day long, just like with Sister Deity yesterday. You can get and y'all can get on the platform with her and debate, because it's all based on my opinion. Even she said, she was asked the question, what is your information source? She said, just being herself. She's connected to some higher power to herself. And you know, those of you who come here, that's not going to fly. Matter of fact, even those who believe in God, you can go to these platforms and that's not going to fly. What's your information source? Where you getting that from? Because see, this is the bottom line. We all come into this world. See, this is the problem. We all come into this world knowing nothing. You don't know nothing. Your brain is clean. You don't know nothing. You start to learn after you get here. And no matter if it's me or Scott or Keaton or Don or whoever, our frame of reference, our frame of thought, the foundation of our mind has to come from somewhere. It has to come from somewhere. And that's all right. But then we need to learn how to use logic and common sense and analyze the information that we get, because we live in a world where people can program us outside of the natural world to these fantasy worlds, these spirit worlds, these worlds that the brain cannot connect to, these imaginary places. And this is where we get messed up. So since we come into the world knowing nothing, then Sister Deity, her mindset, her foundation, where do it come from? You just didn't wake up one morning and because you found yourself and all of a sudden you came into all this knowledge. You got it from somewhere. You influenced by something. And I'm not ashamed to say, even though I don't acknowledge God, but because I was influenced by that mindset at an early age that was put into me at birth, then I'm still influenced by religious, spiritual teachings. But I attempt to ignore a lot of the things that just don't make sense, that which is not logical, that which has no, I cannot reason with, which makes no sense. I have to ignore that part. That's the difference. So basically, and I've always been a person who was a thinker, a critical thinker. I always been a person like that, even as a child. I always questioned religion. I always questioned Jesus and all this stuff that I was taught. I always question those things because something about it, you know, just don't make sense. I don't know what it is. I mean, you don't know. You may not know what it is that don't make sense, but you know, and a lot of these people know something about these things don't make sense. You don't know what it is, but they don't make sense. Now, so I can admit that the reason why this ministry exists is because of social media. However, Prior to social media, I was influenced by the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, and as a child, because of those teachings, people, in fact, grown people, I was 8, 9, 10 years old, whatever. I had grown people listening to me at a very young age. I was telling people about the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. So, if we had social media back when I was a child, I would have had my own YouTube channel, and people would have been listening to me, coming to my YouTube channel. But that's not the case. So without social media, I had people interacting and going back and forth with me as a child. And as I grew up and I continued my study of what we call Black history, I still would have a channel. I still would have people listening to me. Hold on a second. I still would have people listening to me because after in 1977, Roots came out. And really, prior to Roots, there was no interest in Black history. There was no interest in African. There was no interest in Black conscience. There was no interest in none of this blackity black stuff prior to Roots 1977. And I would give credit where credit is due. When Louis Farrakhan started raising up the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, that's when a lot of interest start coming back to Black history and the Black conscious stuff and African this and African that. When Roots came out in 1977, and then after Roots came out in 1977, when Minister Louis Farrakhan started bringing back the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, nobody was interested in no Black history, African nothing prior to that. So people knew they knew I was always into that Black thing. I was always into pro-Black this or whatever. So when they wanted to know more about Black history and they didn't want to read, they came to Angel Stumping Up 7. And I was doing this and didn't have a YouTube channel. But I was not speaking for myself. I was speaking from the reference of the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. I had not grown into myself yet, but I'm just like Brother Ben. Brother Ben is not speaking basically from his own mindset. Brother Ben is speaking from what he is being taught by the Nation of Islam. So I was like Brother Ben in 1977. I was like Brother Ben all throughout the 80s. The reason why I speak the way I do now is because of my experience being incarcerated, crying out to these gods, and God didn't do a damn thing for me. So my whole mindset changed. I had to start looking at what I was taught differently. I started all over from scratch, and now I'm to a more realistic conclusion. So now we have what I call reality's temple on earth. And because of social media, people, unlike myself, people who will not be talking to nobody, this is a fact. If it was not for social media, many of these people would not be opening their mouths to say nothing. That's a fact. That's reality. That's the truth. If you take social media away from these people, they would be done. It'll be over. Social media made these people. And you know, it's amazing how smart a Negro can get to you. They won't be listening to you at all. So thank God. The hell of Micah. This is the technical difficulty I was expecting. I was expecting technical difficulties, and knock knock, here it is. Technical difficulties. Rain, thunder. I heard somebody in the Nation of Islam, they can control the weather. So I guess they are the ones who making it rain and thunder and stuff. Man, excuse me. Yeah, that God, something else. We know for a fact, if it was not, if it was not for social media, these people would not have an audience. It's a fact. If not for social media, these people would have nothing to say. But because of social media, oh wow. Because of social media, everybody got all this stuff to say. All of a sudden, these people know everything. They know science, they know mathematics, they know all about religion, they know about the Illuminati. Now check it out. Now there are brothers and sisters who actually provide good information, but we don't talk about them a lot. They get a person rehash news stories. I'm gonna say that again. They're not going to give you rehashed news stories. Those and give your opinion about a news story that you got from somewhere else. Get off your lazy ass and get some original material. Why would you want to donate and support somebody? The only thing they doing is laying around watching TV and giving their opinion about news stories they got from somewhere else. Get off your lazy ass, go in your neighborhood and find your own damn story. But they don't do that. Then they talk about give to my Patreon, give to my Patreon, donate. Donate for what? You ain't doing no damn work. But when you have people with low IQ and they think they see somebody that's smart, they will support that. So YouTube has created all these smart Negroes. In real life, if they come out here in the public, you and I both know they not that damn smart. And you also know the way they talk and their behaviors, somebody will blow their brains out talking and carrying themselves in the manner that they do. You can holler and scream and go off and do stuff like that all you want to on social media, but when you come out here in the public, you're not gonna do that because you run into the wrong person. They'll punch you in your damn face or take out a gun and blow your brains out. Like Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed talk a whole lot of stuff on his program, but when you see him, when he goes out into the public, he don't have all that mouth with him like he do when he's on his program. Just like Umar Johnson, a lot of these other suckers, because we live in a violent environment, and you got people. If they think that you disrespect them, they will hurt you. Okay. So to make a long story short, Only because of YouTube, you got all these smart Negroes. And they think they smart until they meet somebody like me or any of you who come to this platform, and you begin to question them and you show them that they are not as smart as they believe. Now, there's nothing wrong with being intelligent. Because of social media, a lot of these people think they celebrities, and they let a lot of stuff go to their head, and they're not. And that's the problem. So when I show up, that's why they don't deal with me, because I show you you are intelligent and you are smart. I will give you that. But you have not, there's something wrong with your thinking process. There's something wrong. You have not thought what you're talking about. You have not thought about it very long. So you have error. So you have a problem there, but these people think that they have some type of 100% incredible supreme knowledge. No, only to you and those who believe. See, those who search for facts, those who use reason, logic, and common sense, you don't satisfy them because they see that something is wrong here. And they're not looking for belief. They want to know. I saw my brother Scott on the thread yesterday. I think it was Scott, or maybe it was the guest, but anyway, I know it was somebody. They were saying they want to know. That brother, that Jamaican brother, matter of fact, that was on the platform with us last night. He told the sister, I want to know. I don't want to believe. I want the facts. I want the truth. I want to know. And that's what this ministry is about. It's about, we want to know. Now, how did I really want to, I forgot how I wanted to really end this conversation. So you got people that's angry, mad, and upset because they're not as, I know what I wanted to say. It come back to mind. Now look, I'm going to say this in conclusion. We have all this knowledge. O'Shea Duke Jackson is smart. Tommy Sotomayor, David Carroll, Sonetta, Brother Sanchez, Cynthia G, Robert Perkins, and the list goes on and on. Everybody is smart. Social media has created the smart Negro. But guess what? Now this is the thing I'm tripping off of. Everybody's so damn smart, but you still a nigger. Technical. You can't. You know everything that you really need to know about. You know everything. You don't know all this knowledge. So you tell me, when it's all said and done, exactly how smart are you? If you're still living with racists to you, all this stuff that these people are doing day out, day in and day out, it don't mean nothing. All these black channels, all this YouTube stuff don't mean nothing. It's just all of it, nothing but a bunch of feel-good rhetoric because it changes nothing. It does not even change the individual. A lot of these people are nasty. They vile. They disrespectful. They disgusting. They fake. They fraud. But they know everything. They know so much but don't know nothing. Listening to them, the more you listen to them, the more stupid you're going to get. So basically, in a nutshell, what you're looking at on YouTube, because since it's not changing nothing, It's not doing nothing for us. Basically, what's the old saying? Just like an opinion is nothing but a butthole. Everybody got one. So what? So it's nothing because the people themselves don't change. They are not your brother. They are not your sister. They are looking for something. Most times they're looking for your money. Most times the only thing they want is to feel like they are a celebrity. They're looking for some kind of fame, praise, because again, if it wasn't for social media, you wouldn't know nothing about them. They wouldn't open their damn mouth. Nobody would be interested in what they're talking about. But above all, if you have knowledge and supreme wisdom and understanding and all this, then it should change your condition. But it don't. It don't even change these people as individuals. Some of the most disgusting, arrogant, self-righteous, nasty, vile, vulgar ass people you will want to meet in your life. And they will smile and skin and grin in your face as long as they think they're going to get something out of you. But as soon as they know you don't agree with what the hell they talking about and you're not going to give them any money, their whole attitude change. A bunch of nigger trash. And if you want to hang with Negro trash, you do that. That's not what happening here. We're not looking for fame and fortune. We want to change the condition once and for all. That's the reason why it's important that we truly support and join and organize and get this Mississippi campaign off the ground. It's the real solution. If you don't want to do that, then just be a happy ass slave, because that's all your community. That's the reality of a bunch of slaves that good talking. And that's all they ever gonna do is talk. They were saying the same kind of stuff when I was a child, 50 some years ago. Huh. All the real brothers and sisters are too old or dead. These new people ain't about nothing in their 30s and 40s. They ain't about SHI, you know what I'm saying? They ain't about nothing. Still got Similac on their mouth. Similac babies, Infamil babies. Pretend revolutionaries. If they was revolutionaries, they would be in a revolution and get us the hell out of hell once and for all. They've turned this struggle into entertainment. I'm not an entertainer. I'm serious as a heart attack. This is a bunch of bull. I don't want my relatives, my young relatives, to inherit this mess. It's not no game to me. I'm serious as a heart attack. It can't get serious. I cannot stop you from listening to my words because this is public. But really, you need to kick rocks. You need to kick rocks. I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm not here just to be talking. I'm not about wasting my time. I hope to inspire somebody that will get the job done for real and blow all these other fake ass suckers out the water. Because once people start seeing something that's real, they're no longer going to be interested in all this other smart Negro dialogue. With that said, y'all, sorry for the technical difficulties. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The rain is letting up, and I want you to go ahead, like I say, enjoy the rest of your day. Perhaps if I get time, I'm going to bring Sister Deity back so she can talk with us. And whether you agree with her or disagree, you know, she sparks conversation because she know She knows how to go within herself and use the antenna on her head and use the antenna on her head to broadcast out to, I don't know, out into space, and she get special messages or something. I don't know. Until next time, y'all. Your brother's Audie 5000, and enjoy your day. Thank you for spending time with me in the chat room, Facebook, and everybody that will be listening later on once this broadcast is over. As Don Cornelius always says, as important, I wish us love, peace, and soul. Let y'all ride with me a minute, and I'm going to be out of here.